Okay. Well, my name is Melissa Cornick. I attended, let me start over.
Yeah.
Okay, my name is Melissa Cornick, and I attended Columbia University starting in 2009. And I was coming out of the field of investigative reporting for television news. I had been at 60 Minutes, Dateline, 2020, Nightline. And what I noticed is that, the way to communicate with people was changing. People wanted to not so much watch TV, and then the whole field of investigative reporting, when you're bringing a message to the public, didn't have the same impact. So I said, well, how then can you communicate with people differently and really persuade them to believe in something? Because journalism is presenting a topic. Strategic communication is persuading them to do something. And I decided what they should be persuaded to do is something for the public good. Well, it just really taught me how different the two modalities of communication are, and that I could actually take charge of that and move into smaller modalities and to bigger, and influence many, many people. My goal was to empower people to protect democracy. Normally I flow a lot better than that, but so I felt that what journalism was no longer doing was protecting democracy, because it set out to entertain people and make more profit, more advertising dollars, and so people were sort of being exposed to what they wanted to hear as opposed to what they needed to hear. And what I thought people needed to hear was that we are all together. We should all be, connecting with people that aren't like the way we are, not like ourselves. And so, strategic communications did that. What I did was I started with history projects, historical societies. I started with issues about people that you don't hear a lot about, Native peoples, and then just exposing their history to lots and lots of people, and that history being embraced. And that was through what I learned at this program. One of the first projects that I worked on was that farmers in the Midwest were trying to connect with Cuba. They wanted to have business relationships with Cuba, which was totally impossible. And that sort of taught me the modalities of how you connect people through the messaging that strategic communications teaches you. It teaches you to figure out who your target audience is, how you reach out to them by understanding who they are. So in journalism, you don't have to do that. It's sort of, you're just investigating a story, and then you present all the elements to the audience. With strategic communications, the way I learned it at Columbia, you have to understand who your audience is, and you do surveys, you do interviews, you find out who's around them that can give more information about who the audience might be, and find out what is coming out of their hearts and what they need to know. And you find out what their desires are, and then you connect them to your goal. And that's essentially what strategic communications does, and then you learn how to message out. So we did many, many, many projects. Every semester we had several projects that we worked on until we really nailed how to do it.